Are you standing table now?
Yeah, I'm standing. I'm like standing all the time now. And
did you just get that?
Yeah, I got this like 2 days ago, and I can already tell you it's helping with my Crohn's disease. So it was very much worth the investment. Can only recommend standing table. It's the new style of working, it seems. If you spend a lot of hours in front of the computer, it really hurts your intestines, apparently. So I don't want to go into deeper detail, but yeah, very recommendable. Okay, cool. Welcome. Good morning, everyone. Actually, I want to go through some things like with a little bit more of priority than others. I hope that's okay, because some of the things that I want to share, they're like really for everyone to know about. One is I know you've realized that I have changed a lot in the server recently, and I apologize for all of those changes. It must have driven you nuts, but it was all for a good reason, because during like, permissionless and going to NFT NYC and all of that, I don't know actually who came up with the concept in the end. I felt it was like Kirsty and Paola and me, but I'm not sure. It was the concept of learn, co-create, build, right? We talked about it like during creating the pitch deck. And then we were like, hey, yeah, we should actually also we should make this our motto. We should make this Alana's motto, right? Because like this, we can in a very streamlined way, we can actually explain what we're trying to do, because it's still very hard for people to understand. And we want to make this more easy. So as I'm going to share my screen, because not all of you can actually see those channels. So I'm going to share my screen right now, because they're also not quite built out. So when you enter the server, you see definitely all of the welcome section. If you don't, please let me know. But you should see all of that, except for events. Events is a hidden channel because it gets reposted to the actual events. So it's not really of interest. Then you have the events category, which relates to specific events in IRL or digital that we've been part of or organizing with. The citizen channel you can only see if you're a holder of Alana Genesis NFT. Then there's Alana's DAO. DAO discussion should be visible for everyone. DAO voting is only visible for those who are holding a voting voice in Alana's channel, which is the Nucleus members, of course. There's the citizens, then there's partners, and then there is collaborators. Collaborators is like a multitude of ways on how to become one. So if you're interested, please poke one of the Nucleus members, or also me, no problem. So, and then I implemented learn, co-create, and build. And those 3 sections is what I just quickly want to talk about, because those 3 sections, they're supposed to guide you through the server. It's not entirely built yet, so I'd say this will be finished in the next 2 months. So it requires some more patience. But in the meantime, we can all work on how this journey could look like. And I've started by pump it up. And I've started by setting up this Excel sheet, which is not entirely done. And once it's like in a state where we can start discussing about it, I would definitely make sure to post it in the general chat and also in the Nucleus chat, so we can refine this. And I'm very much excited that Kat is like ready to take on refining the experience of how people are experiencing those different tasks in the channel. So the idea is that in the beginning you will see 1 channel or 2 channels in the learn section, right? And the learn section is really meant for new people in the space to understand better what Web3 is and what are the elements it composes of. But aside from that, it is also meant to help people to navigate the space a little bit more safe. And we have already done some things to give people like tools to vet like Web3 projects, to vet like NFT projects, but they're kind of very boring, right? They're like in text format. So I wanted to make this more of like a gamified experience where you take a quiz, or you're asked to do a certain task, all of these things. So yeah, I'm writing that up right now. And with every section that you really complete, so here it's like in Learn, it's like 3 different sections, 3 different tasks, and you will be rewarded the Web3 learner role, right? If you complete this. And after completion, actually the co-create channels will start to pop up or become visible for you. And then there's like 4 more tasks, right, that you can fulfill. And all of this is meant to help people learn by becoming part of this journey, right? Not just watching a video, not just, reading an article in Medium. It's really more about like getting involved in this, immersed in this experience. So I'm like, I don't want to tell you right now all the ideas because they're yet a little bit unstructured. But yeah, this was like one update I really wanted to give, that we're working on this, because after this is implemented, the server is actually its own like learning station. And I think that's super important, and I've like working for a long time to make this happen. And now we have the availability and the possibility. So I think we should really focus energy on that. Another thing that I wanted to update everyone is we are gonna launch the DebtBack task journey. It's almost there. I have my last meeting with JJ next week, and after that we can announce the launch date. Everything is literally in place. I think the only thing he needs to confirm with me is like 3 tasks that we don't yet have available. So I asked him if he can mute them for now, which would be relating to the 3 sections that I just told you about. So, there's going to be a task on the DebtBack task page that relates to getting those roles. So after people get those roles, they are not only rewarded with more knowledge and with Oats NFT badges that empower them to vote on chain for Alana, but they actually also get more points for getting one of the blockchain candy NFTs. So it's like a multitude and rewards they can get. I wanted to talk to you about this. These are like the more overarching things. So that's, I guess, everything from my side. And now I would like to hand, because Kirsty needs to leave us soon. So I would like to hand to Kirsty and Isabel for giving an update on socials. Maybe Isabel can go first about like the general, and then Kirsty can...
Yes, good morning to everybody. Kirsty, I think already... Yes, I'm talking. I'm like, okay. Got it. Okay, so we have been experimenting with Kirsty on TikTok and on Instagram too. And so far, we've gathered a lot of views on TikTok and also followers. We grow from 265, I think, to 285. So 20 followers is not bad for a week on TikTok. I mean, for our niche content, like, because Web3 and NFTs are always related with scams or people not being honest. That's why it's important to show our faces so they know that we are a community of people, like working people, like nice working people. Like we are not for scammings or Ponzi's or whatever, right? So, And if any of you uses TikTok and have like a trending sound that we would like us to try, please, you can send it to the social media channel. We can give it a look and adapt it to Alana. And also any feedback that you see on our social, like, hey, I see this post and it doesn't have many interactions, but I've seen this other creator doing this and it has worked, is also very welcome. So any like Kirsty or I can adapt it to our social medias. And okay, also the remember the gifts Stella made some stickers for Alana. Yes. So we managed to upload them to Giphy, and Stella received an approval for their stickers to be shown. So if you want to use it on your stories, I'm gonna put on the social media channel the code for you to type, and then they will pop up on your Insta stories, like, or also on your WhatsApp, I think, right? But they're uploading it slowly. Wow. Yes, because Giphy is and everything, right? I mean, so far it's on Insta stories, and yeah, that would be. So yeah, that's it. Thanks.
Kirsty, you want to add? I think Kirsty is not available. Kirsty, if you want to add later, you can also add later. Don't worry. Okay, let's go structurally. We didn't meet last Monday for the builder meeting. We were lazy bums. We felt like we had earned a break. And also, Zoe is doing... well, Zoe, what are you doing? Tell people. Why should I tell people?
Because you tell it so well, you know. And I talk about this way too much because this is my life right now. So I'm doing an Unreal Engine course at the moment for 4 weeks, where it's a lot of fun. It's 4 hours a day, and then access to a bunch of absolutely incredible people, and we can just constantly ask them questions. So for anything that we're building, it's really helpful. I'm kind of, even though we have a task of working on an animation, so I'm currently weight painting and kind of bringing in some clothes for my metahumans, which is super fun and definitely something that, just generally that process is something where I'm like, oh, this will be useful even if we don't use metahumans. Like, just the process itself is going to be really good. But basically, there's a bunch of brilliant minds out there who are letting 600 people ask them lots of questions, including, I read this yesterday, there's been a thing in terms of how do we best share our work with people? What's the best way to, how can we make this accessible in a browser? And so, yeah, it's good because we've got insight there from people who work in the field and who've been doing this for years and years and years. And so it's giving a lot of information, but also it means that it's tired. So I'm sorry for not being as present with a lot of stuff, but hopefully you will forgive me when we get to more good stuff, because you guys are all doing such insanely amazing work.
I'm sure everyone will. Thanks for updating. Heej, you wanna share a little bit about your creative moment that you had last week?
Okay. So I finally decided to build a donut in Blender. So so it's really posting my journey, I guess. Yeah, put it up. So hopefully I can help Stella sometime soon. So yeah, and I've been researching into the manga version of Alana, which has been really super fun. I had a meeting with Stella to just kind of go over. And then I'll have more ideas, and then if I have something that I can show you, yay!
I think that's super exciting. Thank you for sharing. Moving forward in the week, what's next? I think the branding meeting is what was next. So maybe Kat can. Kat is. I would say, honestly, let's do this today, because it's pretty much decided. Welcome officially, Kat Banners, to the Nucleus team. I think unless there are 10 people out there who really hate you, I think you're in. So let's just announce it today. I'm very happy about it. Welcome.
Thank you.
Startling, but I can't. She's cool.
Right? She's cool. Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm really excited.
Me too. Okay, yeah. You wanna share a bit about the branding meeting?
Yeah. So the branding meeting, we kind of went over. Well, it kind of. Before then, we were working on Alana's outfit for the show, and it kind of went into the branding meeting, so it kind of transitioned quite nicely.
That's true. You want maybe let's have Paola go first about the outfit, and then you do the branding. Okay. Yeah, true. Paola, would you mind? Paola? Can
Do you want to
someone
bring
hear
up?
me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can hear you now. Okay.
Sorry, I changed it to push to talk, and now I don't know. Okay.
Yeah,
So
something happened. It wasn't me.
we had a very nice meeting because we started with 2 different ideas. So Kat has her ideas, and then I had my ideas, and they were quite different because Kat is very kind of sculptural, and I was more into the colorful patchwork idea. And then we started to use Midjourney with Stella, which was a fun because we managed to generate a lot of pictures that were actually quite cool and a lot of and inspiring for us, I think, for the future. So we kind of managed to connect our ideas, and I think we're going into the right direction with the outfit. Yes. So I think those are the pictures that we decided to have, right? Those 4 pictures.
Yes, I think those are like the main ones for right now, no? Is that true? Yeah. Okay. So this is kind of like what was assembled, and you can see here us going crazy with Midjourney, like some kids on an exploration tour. It's really nice. Yeah, also this here, really nice. Yeah, so this is the board. This is where it all happens. Okay. Cool. Kat, want to go next? I can.
Sure. Yeah, if you want to scoot on over to over here. So a lot of what we hashed out or went over was her bio and really kind of trying to nail down who Alana is, and it was good. We had like a really great turnout for the meeting, and I think we had some really great discussions about where she's from or how she was born, which was kind of the whole species thing. Actually, we're still, I guess, hashing out a bit, but in terms of like her superpowers and her lifestyle, her traits, and what she's doing. And we had some debate over like, is it a profession or is it a vocation or is it a mission, and then that tying into our mission. So we're still kind of, I think, hashing that out, but I think some of that actually also got a little bit more clarity to with the Alana show meeting as well. But we talked, I think, like us all getting on the same page in terms of who we think at least our 2 main audiences are, and like some of the things that what Alana does like contribute or talk, like speaks to both of them as well. And even just little things too, like what is her, like, is there such a thing as like a relationship or marital status here, or for Alana, and just like kind of going back and forth and then realizing that that's like something that wouldn't make sense to her. I think really helped us all get a better feeling of who she is and where she's coming from. And then also the idea that she's not, she's ageless. So she's not quite so much as a teenager, but she doesn't, her time exists for her in a different way than it does for us, which actually gives us a lot more freedom as well too. And then we also like hashed out a little bit more the imagery. I think we went into that quite a bit more in terms of what do all these mean, or what how this is just organized in a different way, I think was really helpful. And going over her colors as well, which we still did we finalize, or are we still finalizing?
I think we are all a little bit hung up on it. What kind of lime is this going to be? Because we kind of came to the conclusion that we like this personally, but it doesn't really fit Alana as a theme, I guess. So it's, I think we also, when we addressed the colors, we were in the meeting like 1.5 hours, putting together all this like brain juice. So I think probably next week we will know what to put. Maybe it's a totally different color. Who knows?
Yeah, and we swapped out a few Yeah, we swapped out a few and added like the vermilion. What? Right, the vermilion. Yeah. And the original pants, I think as well. But yeah, I feel like we were very productive. We got through quite a bit.
Yeah, no, for sure we did. That's true. Also, moving on to this section, we decided to finally give Alana her own hair. So up until now, we've been using essentially already made hair, and it's been giving us a lot of trouble in terms of animating the hair, in terms of, bringing it to different applications, setting the shaders right in the different applications. So if you are using hair that's like pre-made, it's for beginning, it's great and it's, easy. But then as you move on and you want to do more customized things, it actually tends to get in your way. So with this whole, let's really brand Alana, we decided to also give her new hair. And so far, the sensual curls, the rebellious braids, and the dramatic curls have found like the most support. So I will try and, get some like mock-ups of like 3 different hairstyles together that hopefully can relate to each other. So we can just, use it as like different ways of having how she makes her hair, right? That's kind of the idea.
Can I vote for the second one from the left on the bottom?
This one?
The second one from the left on the bottom, right? That right there. Basically it's the same one as the left one, only I like the red color. We discussed that.
Yeah, the color won't change though. I'm so sorry. She will still have the same hair color. But
I like that style.
The style is cool.
I mean, the mane, the borderline mane thing going, I like.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Sorry, the color's cool.
That's totally fine. No, I honestly, I just think it relates, like this kind of composition, it relates well to like the 5 main describing words for Alana. But yeah, honestly, I will make some mock-ups.
The hair is...
Huh?
I said I'm a guy, and when we're back on the colors, the green is green to me, but the hair color, that's cool. No, I meant the colors when you were talking about the different lines or whatever. They're all green to me.
I mean, they're honestly, like, especially if you see
that they're slightly different shades, but to me, that's the whole guy thing. Off-white eggshell, it's all white. I'm sorry, it's just it's a guy thing. It is. I think we have different tones in our eyes or something because they really do look all...
Maybe. Maybe. Oh, by the way, is Kirsty still here or has Kirsty left? Kirsty, would you mind adding to the social media now? And also, like, about I think you were the one building the monograms, right?
I did find you in TikTok just a minute ago. So yeah, you are there.
Oh, good.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just in the car. Sorry. So what do you want me to talk about?
Now, I was curious if you wanted to add something to social media, if you wanted to add something to branding because you were part of all those meetings, or like also the monograms. I think this was you, right? Adding like the monogram ideas?
No.
Wasn't
Well, I did that.
Oh, you did that. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry.
That was okay. I was just
Yeah, so we're going to relook when we redo the branding. We're going to relook at the logo as well because we have to make it to be able to be used across all sorts of different things. So we have to make sure it's got purpose and use all across that. The social media, yeah, we got some new people coming into the Discord, so that was our goal. So we had a good week in regards to that.
Yeah, also about socials, actually a little ask from my side to the Nucleus team who's present here. Please don't forget entering your contact details in the contact channel, right? It's very important. So like within the team, we have them accessible. Also for me, like I'm struggling, for example, to find some of you on Twitter or on Instagram because you're using different names, right? And I really would like for us to be able to tag you whenever we need. And then we have like one resource to look up those details. So please make sure I created this channel to put in your socials. Just go with the template, really. And if you have some information that's not available yet or that you don't feel right now comfortable on sharing, you can edit whatever you put there anytime at a later point. Just put for now what you already have available. You're not hopeless, Vlad. And the other part is, I know some of you were asked to provide your image that represents you, and I think a quote. Is that right? To the social media team.
No, we haven't asked yet.
Kirsten?
We will. We will.
Yeah.
Be prepared to be DM'd by me.
Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Just be prepared. They are gonna approach you. To create some cool content, and also like whenever you like something that's being posted on Instagram or on Twitter or on TikTok, just feel free to I know some of those things are not downloadable, but if you want to really post them on your socials as well, just contact, for example, Isabel or Kirsty, right? So they can send you those materials and you can repost them if you feel like it. If you don't, that's totally fine as well, obviously. Okay, moving on, I guess, to the Alana show meeting. Anna Tarian, you want to go ahead?
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Well, we had a really good meeting. Can't remember when it was right now, but I think it was Friday. Yes, and mainly we talked about the theme of the season. So we're really looking at it as a congruent season where one episode goes into another. We talked about, what brought each of us. So it was Kat, Stella, and I in the meeting. So we talked about what brought each of us into the Web3 space. We all had different and then similar stories. Are you sharing the screen, Stella?
Yes,
or would
I
you
am.
like to? Or you're putting it there. Okay. Oh yeah, you were sharing the screen. The dark color always confuses me. So this was good. Yeah, I know. It's a weird thing. Banking the bankless is where we're going to start. And really the theme of the season is going to be self-sovereignty. And I think we all, agree with that. If you guys have any input, now is the time to share. But yeah, I also have, as you can see, some clips from We Met in VR. I was just fascinated with mainly how just everyday people can be put into these 3D or animated characters and have just these natural ways of talking and moving where it's not scripted, and how to bring, we just need to explore how to bring this into our show. So I don't know, am I missing anything, Stella?
I don't think so. Kat, you think she's missing something? Oh, you're on mute. You have to unmute yourself.
No, I don't think you're missing anything. Maybe I think that it took us a minute to really we really took a while to consider what the theme would be and how we felt about this whole space in general, and the best way to approach do we start with
discussing what blockchain is or what Web3 is first, or do we start off discussing what NFTs are first and just like how to go about this kind of timeline? So yeah, I think just to reiterate like what Anna was saying, like if anyone has any input or any comments, like now is the time. And we definitely, like, I feel very strongly about self-sovereignty being the theme of this season. Oh yeah, I guess the only other thing would be that of the how many episodes the season would be, like the timing. So what was it? It was like 6 to 8 episodes. We're thinking, right? Will end up being one season.
Yeah. I mean, I dropped this later on then in our discussion channel for the Alana show, but I was wondering like if 6 episodes are like the actual episodes, right? And then we do like 2 extras, which are like referring to some form of real life event, right? It could be the Met Gala, or it could be, I don't know, the VMA Awards. I wasn't sure like if we should do like 2 specials, because I've been observing American television. I've learned this is a thing sometimes. So I felt like
and even between seasons too, something
maybe
to yeah. I think that's good. And then also thinking about subplots too. So maybe next week we'll talk about that after we meet about that.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah.
Also, I should mention, I forgot this in the beginning, about this like learn, co-create and build structure. The person who thought this all through with me was Paola for now. So thank you very much for getting started with it. Just wanted to mention that. And also we started this week first session of Web3 office hours. For those of you who are not aware yet that this is happening, so Web3 office hours are essentially 1 hour of each Nucleus member team that like we are essentially offering 1 hour per month to the community. So you guys can ask us questions, right? Questions about how we create certain things, questions about Web3 or things you feel unsure about and you want an answer to. So I held the first session on Wednesday. It was very nice to see some familiar faces in there. And also just look out for more events coming up on the calendar, right? So this is our calendar up here. Here you can see Deep Thought is on summer holidays. You guys are interested. Here are also all the regular meetings. Whenever it says Alana's living room, it is usually an open meeting for everyone is welcome to participate and to share. They all happen for different reasons. If you have questions about this, let us know. We can answer those. And I think, I'm not sure who is the next one. I think Kirsty entered herself for 16th of August, but I'm not sure who else put them down already, themselves already down in the calendar. So anyway, we started that. So in case you guys are interested, let us know. Maybe something specific you want to hear stuff about. Okay, I think this was everything from this week. Questions, comments, ideas? And also, I think, Gabby, you're quite new to the space, right? I think you recently joined. If you would care to introduce yourself, that would be really nice.
Hi, hello. I'm Gabby Peñalba, I'm a fashion designer. It's a little difficult for me to speak in English. I'm an Argentinian girl, but I'm happy to jump in here and learn with you.
Yeah, thank you
Gaby,
for joining.
Gaby, buenos días. Gaby, hablamos español también. Si tienes alguna consulta me puedes escribir y yo te ayudo traduciendo lo que necesites. Estamos para ayudarnos y crear juntos el mundo de Alana.
Vale, perfecto, muchas gracias. Voy entendiendo de a poco, viendo de qué va todo, pero bueno, hay muchas caras conocidas por aquí de otras comunidades, así que ya les iré preguntando.
Mira, sí que te escribo si quieres por inbox más o menos de lo que trabajamos en español. Y siéntete tranquila de hablar en inglés, que acá todos te van a escuchar con paciencia, no te preocupes, aunque sea despacito, pero queremos que seas parte de la comunidad. Así que pregunta lo que necesites y ahora te escribo por inbox.
Sí, muchas gracias. Sería de mucha ayuda para mí, porque bueno, también es una oportunidad para aprender inglés, así que nada, aquí estoy. Espero tu información, así entiendo un poquito más.
Okay, so guys, I'm talking with Gabi. She wants to learn English, so she prefers to speak in English too. But for her to be to some questions about Alana to be clear, I'm gonna talk to her via inbox, and then she's more than welcome to join and talk in English. I just wanted to help her. Okay, now I'm dealing.
No, great job. Thank you, Isabel. I mean,
That's awesome.
I understood. So yeah, maybe Isabel, maybe now the tiempo is coming for us to create that Spanish channel, huh?
So yes, but she wants to learn English too. Just the channel would be to clarify things, but I think it's nice that we can speak in English with Gabby, so we can also get used to
because
that.
I realized it's several people from the Latin community recently joining. So I'm like, maybe you're right. Now is the time to make the Spanish-speaking channel just for clarification, right? Because everything else will be still in Spanish in English. Sorry, Gabby.
No, yes, it's great to do that.
It's really nice to have you here. Like Isabel said, if you have any questions, don't hesitate, right? We're here to answer. That's the whole reason for this community. So, yeah, glad to have you.
Welcome, Gabby.
I think, Anna.
Oh, I just wanted to say welcome, Gabby, and I know Gabby through Pedro and the Fabricant. So happy that you're here, Gabby.
That's nice. Yeah, I think all of those communities are kind of like getting more and more deeply interconnected, isn't it? It's really nice. I really enjoy seeing it.
Also, it's the vision, right?
Also, welcome Nichtkunst. Control Z. I want to say hi. We've been missing you.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me actually?
Yes, we can hear you.
Finally. Yes, I'm back again from holiday. Sorry for being absent such a long time. Get them back again. Hello, everybody.
Hi. Good to have you.
Was that all for May? Just kidding.
No. It's okay.
How were your holidays? What did you do?
Great, but it was so hot. 37 degrees most of the time. Like, or Celsius? You can't do anything. But I guess in the whole world it's so hot right now that anyway, it doesn't matter that much. Because it's just hot.
But you know, climate change doesn't exist, right?
Oh, yeah.
Those people, trying to explain that climate change doesn't exist. I just feel like, please, can there someone be like dropping a stone accidentally on their heads? Please.
I'm one of those people.
Oh no!
It's like it's never been summer before. Come on, guys.
All right.
It goes in cycles. Like there's never been, like there weren't ice ages. Come on.
Where are you?
He doesn't even know. Vlad lives like a hermit in the deepest of mountains, like with probably like 5 meters of snow. He doesn't even know what heat is.
Where do you live, Vlad?
I live along the Canadian border.
Oh, wow! In the
And
Rockies.
don't get me wrong, it gets hot here as well. I mean, we get up in the 90s every once in a while, Fahrenheit. And don't get me wrong, are there hot summers and are there cool summers? The answer is yes to both. Is it maybe hotter some years? The answer is yes. Is it cooler some years? The answer is yes. Is the weather changing? Yes. Do we have any control over it? Get over yourselves.
I hope my video about that, Vlad. I think we all do have control over it. But it's not only about the weather; it's also about just like wasting resources. So best example is Isabel knows as well. But like the only way on getting like water, like water, here is in plastic bottles. There's like one brand, I think, but correct me, Isabel, right? There's I think one brand in Peru offering glass bottles, but the glass bottles are like this tiny. So you do 2 zips and then it's gone.
Yeah.
And
That's right.
Being smart about how you use things. But again, why are we sending it around in bottles when we can pump it around so much more efficiently in pipes?
So yeah, if the pipes weren't like 20 years old and full of like heavy metals.
No, I will give you that. But there are ways of fixing that as well, which would be far more efficient.
Of course. I don't disagree with
again,
you.
I'm not disputing that.
You're always disputing. It's in your nature.
I'm saying I'm not disputing that there are smart ways to fix things and that there are things that need fixing. I'm saying that the majority of the way that is gone about, when you actually break it down, do more harm than good. And we can take electric cars and break that down and show easily where the disposal of the batteries and the amount of whatever goes into it actually cause more trouble than it solves. Same thing for the solar panels. While I love the solar thing because it gets me away from the electric company, it decentralizes it and it puts power generation in my control, not in a centralized control. You actually pay a premium in the generation process where it actually costs more energy to create it than what it would just to do the fossil fuels. Or more importantly, to do nuclear, which would be even more efficient. So again, I am not disputing that there are smarter ways to do things. And technologically, we're getting better every year at doing things smarter. I just have very strong questions about the way things are being done and the way they're being pushed.
That's all right.
That is all.
I can accept that point. Makes sense. Me too. I don't agree with how most things are implemented because they always feel like they're not implemented in a wholesome way. But yeah. Control Z, your mic is open. Wanted to add something to this lovely discussion?
No, actually not. The other way I wanted to say is that now I would have more time for the website if we want to really make this, since we talked about the whole 3D level thing and everything, where I sent you so many links already. Because I really want to do that.
You were obsessed during your holidays. I was like, is he on holidays?
So
or is he stalking everything and everyone on Twitter and Instagram? Yeah, no, we can definitely do that. I have now a meeting with Anna about business development. So we cannot do it right now. But if you want, we can talk tomorrow. That works for you?
Yeah, just send me an invite for when. And every when is okay.
And everyone is okay. Cool. Yeah, actually, I was pretty obsessed with getting the DevBack task journey on the road, and also now preparing this learn, co-create, build document. So maybe I can send you my Calendly and we can set something up for end of next week, if that's okay. Also, if you have somewhat of an availability, it would be really nice if you could join one of the branding meetings. Because then you can really see how we've together started to complete Alana's story. And I think eventually all of this needs to take influence probably on the website as well. How does that sound?
Amazing.
Amazing.
I don't say that very often.
Yeah, no,
Bella, I'm going to be driving for our meeting. Yeah, I have to go to the cemetery, and but
sorry.
Sorry to bring that up.
We can also We can also push the meeting. No worries. We can also push the meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So then maybe you can have your meeting with Control Z now.
Yeah.
And then we can. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you can.
If you're. Yeah.
Can you?
Okay.
I can, yes.
I can.
Okay.
I can
Okay.
too. Okay.
Because
Cool.
I could do it from the card too, but I think it'd be better if I was in front of the computer. Okay.
Yeah, not only that, I don't want you to drive to a cemetery and have a meeting with me. Like, this is fucking awkward. I think you should focus on where you're going, like, no, let's not do this.
Okay.
It's like, those things matter more than a business development meeting. We can do that whenever other time. Okay, sounds good. Anyone else wants to add something? Otherwise?
I have a question.
Oh,
yeah. The Web3 hours thingy, is it accessible for everyone or is it just accessible for, like, the members?
For now, I would make that accessible for everyone, as we don't really have implemented that structure yet. So yes. I will make, you wanted to hold one that's like more focused on co-create, right? So I will open those two, like the chat channel and the voice channel for everyone. And
okay, I might do just tomorrow the spontaneous one and prepare the C-form outfit.
Okay.
I'm just doing it.
Can you invite Alana to it so it gets posted in the event section?
Okay. Yeah, I will.
Okay. Super cool. Sounds good. Okay, let's be motivated and do more of those because they're fun. Actually, they're really fun, I have to say. Okay, anything else? Otherwise, I'm concluding.
I first mentioned during the branding meeting, we did talk about going over the pitch deck again, and kind of doing another version that is a little bit more focused towards just somebody doing a quick scan through like what a pitch deck, like just answering questions, like high level questions, and then so something a bit, I guess, like less busy, and a little bit more focused on just getting questions answered and then maybe adding the imagery in between, or maybe what we're looking at right now becomes a different, like maybe there's two different pitch decks or two different types of people. But that was another thing that we talked about too.
Yeah, two good points. I also wanted to bring like attention again to this document, because if there are no vetos about this document, I will post them into the DAO voting section soon. So like the DAO can decide if they are okay with these collaboration guidelines. So in case any Nucleus member any Nucleus member wants to add something to this, right? Or feels uncomfortable of how I have designed pieces of this, please try and get back to me in the next week. Otherwise, I will put it for a community vote. Just saying. Okay, cool. So I guess I hear everyone later in the coming week or earlier, depending on the meeting time. And thank you all for coming. It was really nice. And then my dogs freaked out, This is them saying, yeah, fine. Have a good Sunday. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Good Sunday.